And welcome to a VSA Capital podcast. And delighted today to have Paul Atherley, the chairman of Pensana Rare Earths, one of the stocks that's really performing well at the moment in the stock market. Hello, Paul.
Morning, Andrew. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, but obviously not as good as you because your stock is zooming and up another about 15% a day. I think about 85p or so.
Well, we started rising after the last interview with you, Andrew, although it was under different circumstances. I think you were on the golf course in the Cornish Riviera, but it's good to see you in the office. And I think we're all getting back to normal somehow, aren't we?
We are, and you're absolutely right. When we last chatted, I think you were about 20p, so it's been a fantastic rise. But why don't you update us all and tell us why it's rising and why it may rise further?
Well, why we think it will rise, why we think there's growing interest is that Boris has come out and announced he's going to spend £50 billion in this amazing offshore wind industry that the UK leads the world in, and we're going to have renewable power to every home. The problem with that is those, as you know, those huge wind turbines at 260 meters high, each one of them has 7 tons of permanent magnets, which are made out of rare earths. And currently there is no sustainable supply of rare earths in the world. It doesn't matter where you mine the material, it has to go to China for processing. So what we've engaged Wood Group to do is to see if we can create a sustainable supply of rare earths to the permanent magnet industry by creating a facility in the UK. So in other words, we'll bring material from Angola, and it will be sustainably mined in Angola using green hydroelectric power of a very low carbon footprint, and we'll bring it to the UK. So if we can create a facility here that they can turn that material into what's called a rare earth oxide, that then can be processed into magnet metal.
Well, that's quite a challenge as well, though, isn't it? I mean, it's taking away business, presumably, well, China would normally expect to have.
Well, China doesn't mind because ultimately it wants to diversify as well. A number of, as you know, a couple of them, China groups are looking to build facilities elsewhere outside China, because when you buy your Porsche Taycan, you want to be absolutely sure that the magnets have been mined from rare earths and produced sustainably. So sustainability isn't just about, it's not a US versus China thing, it's a consumer thing. Consumers want to know that the product in their car or in their offshore wind turbine is sourced sustainably. And China recognizes that. So China's saying, look, we can put off processing facilities anywhere and produce the magnet metal. So it doesn't deprive China of anything. What it does do, it adds to the UK. And in the UK, there are areas which you're familiar with, have enterprise zones. And these enterprise zones are there. They're basically plug and play. You walk up, they have facilities for processing facilities like ours to be able to go ahead, invest, and have all the infrastructure available, have a ready workforce, and coming with that, certain financial benefits. So we're studying all of that, trying to find which is the best location in the UK. And then the other thing, the bigger thing, Andrew, which all mining companies have to face up to is organizations such as the European Union are making very, very clear now that there's a border, and they're talking about a carbon border tax. Germany's talking about legislation for sustainable mineral imports. They've created the European Raw Materials Alliance. There's a recognition now that if we want to be green and clean, we need a sustainable source of our raw materials. So we're very much fitting into that trend.
Yeah, and I mean, actually, the saying's actually true, isn't it? What we're seeing on the east coast of the UK is true of the east coast of North America as well. I mean, there's potentially massive plans there of a very similar nature. So this isn't just a UK thing. So it is a global thing and totally expected. And I noticed this morning, I was reading a report actually from Schroders about the amount of money that's been invested into these projects and what is required for the targets of 2050. And we're well under what is needed. So the amount of money is going to be huge. So it does all make sense. Now, but tell me also, Paul, the last time we spoke, as you say, when I was down in Cornwall, you were talking about production coming on stream in January. Is that still on track?
Not production on stream. We talk about breaking ground in January. So yes, we're still on track to. No, that's fine. We're still on track. So we have an update on our bankable feasibility study that will come out at the end of this month. And then this study that we've announced today will be 2 or 3 months. And then that will culminate in first quarter next year. We will break ground in Angola, start building the mine and processing facilities. And then sometime during the first half of next year, we'll be able to make a decision on commencement of, hopefully, this processing facility in the UK.
And will you be able to get out to see it break ground? That's the other big question, because I'm not sure. We talked about, the African Mining Endeavour doing a site visit beforehand. I'm not so sure that's going to happen, is it?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, first of all, I'm remiss of me. I should have congratulated you on your deal this morning, announcement, your tie-up with Faida, is it, from Kenya? Congratulations on that. And it really points out that Africa is a burgeoning continent in terms of growing wealth, growing expectations. And as you talk about now, I don't have to get out to Angola because our teams are on the ground in Angola actually working. So even though we can't travel there, it doesn't mean things have stopped. So we actually have we're due an announcement on our exploration project in Kula. We have all the geos on the ground there. So things are still happening. But just sort of put it in context of where we think we're going and what we're targeting. There is only one non-Chinese major rare earth producer in the world today. It's called Lynas Corporation. It has a market capitalization of 1.3 billion pounds. Today, even after the share price rise that you've induced, Andrew, we're at a mere 180 million pound market cap. So we have a long way to go. We will be producing the same products at Lynas and hopefully at about the same scale. So we have a long way to go in growing the company in terms of our market cap to take us from where we are today.
Do you know what? I mean, I don't disagree with that at all, although, of course, nothing goes up in a complete straight line. A little bit of a pause sometimes where you then make another move is not always such a bad thing. A little consolidation, I think they call it. But look, it's a fantastic story, and I'm sure as time goes on, we're going to be talking again, Paul, because this is going to slowly evolve. And you're absolutely right. What you're mining here, these rare earths are absolutely critical to the whole transitional energy chain, should we say? And so it is a very exciting area to be in.
And just as a final comment, you have clients, I know, that are involved in the magnet motor space. And this is where the UK's skill sets are. I mean, the Formula One cars aren't made in Germany. The Mercedes Formula One engine factory is in the UK. So the UK has these high order skills. What we're doing is bringing product, a rare earth oxide, that can be taken forward in the UK. So we're bringing something to UK industry that already exists. We're not trying to create a new supply chain. These supply chains are already there. We're bringing the feedstock for it.
So you're ESG compliant down in Angola, and you're bringing business in the transitional green space to the UK. You're ticking all of the boxes there, Paul. Long may it last.
May we tick maybe Brexit and Red Wall as well along the way.
We'll have to wait and see. Paul, great to chat to you this morning. Well done on where everything's going, and I'm sure we'll be speaking again soon.
Look forward to it, Andrew. Thank you for your time. I appreciate that.
Thank you.